Good morning. I'm pleased to declare the 2010 commencement exercises for Quinnipiac University officially open. Please stand for the invocation, which will be delivered by Reverend Hugh Vincent Dyer, Director of Campus Ministry and Catholic Chaplain.
Good and gracious God, we ask you to be among us today and with us always. Give to us the gift of thankful hearts for the blessings of life and education. Bless those who have supported the young men and women who are to be graduated today. Bless their teachers, our administration, trustees, and staff. Bless the families who have sacrificed so much for this day, and those who have gone before us in death. Bless the friendships that have formed in these years. Heal the wounds of all our struggles and disappointments. Fill these graduates with virtue, so that with creative minds and with generous and courageous hearts, they may work to build a civilization of love. May we always be filled with wisdom and be guided by you, our Creator, who have redeemed us and who sets our paths aright. This we ask you, Lord. Hear our prayer. Amen.
Would you please be seated? I'd like to take a moment to recognize the members of our platform party, which consists of our honorary degree recipients, members of the Board of Trustees, university administrators, and the deans of our college and schools. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. John Leahy, President of Quinnipiac University, who will bring greetings on behalf of the university community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all of you on this joyous occasion. To the class of 2010, what can I say? You're simply the best. You should all feel very proud of your accomplishments and well deserving of the degrees that will be conferred upon you. Class of 2010, in so many positive ways, you have left your mark on Quinnipiac University, and for that we thank you. And I predict that you will leave an even greater mark on the world that awaits you. As you look back on all of your accomplishments, I'm sure that you will agree with me that you would not be graduating today if it were not for the help and support of two very important groups, the faculty at Quinnipiac and your families. Will the class of 2010 please rise and express your appreciation to the faculty in front of you and your families and parents behind you. Please be seated again, class. Winston Churchill once gave a commencement address that was one of, if not the shortest, commencement addresses ever. He walked onto the stage, looked out over the graduating class, and said, "Never give up. Never give up." And then he turned and walked off the stage. Well, even though my remarks today are not quite that brief, I think that Churchill's message is just as appropriate for this year's graduating class. All of you are well aware of the dramatic changes and painful dislocations going on in the world economy and global society, including the many challenges and problems occurring today in the United States. Frankly, as a representative of my generation, the so-called baby boomers who are going to save the world, I feel more than a little bit guilty and embarrassed that we haven't turned the world or our country over to you in better condition. Nonetheless, I have every reason to be optimistic that based on your accomplishments at Quinnipiac, all of you will be very successful in your chosen professions and role models in your families and communities, and that you will leave the world in much better condition for the generation that will follow you. However, on your road to success, you will undoubtedly have your fair share of setbacks and disappointments. As you struggle to overcome these challenges, I hope you will remember the commencement advice of Winston Churchill. Never give up. Never give up. Class of 2010, congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you.
I ask that Milo O'Shea, Crystal Bryan, Terry Goodwin, and John Leahy come forward for the conferral of the honorary degree.
Milo O'Shea, you are instantly recognizable by your distinctive eyebrows, Gallic charm, and impish intelligence. On stage, screen, and television, your performances have been remarkably diverse. You have played a well-intentioned priest, an angel, a no-nonsense jurist opposite Paul Newman, and a crazed cosmic scientist. The list of your theater credits is exhaustive. To mention only a few, you earned Tony nominations for Mass Appeal and Staircase, both of them provocative and courageous works. You have appeared in such popular TV shows as West Wing, Golden Girls, and Sent Elsewhere, but for many of us, you will always be the exasperated couples counselor, Dr. Schachter, on Frasier. On screen, you played Leopold Bloom in the 1967 version of Joyce's Ulysses, and were singled out for a performance described as, quote, dignified, vulnerable, sensitive, and tragic comic. Recently, you starred with much success as Finian in the Westport Country Playhouse's production of Finian's Rainbow. For your artistry that has entertained audiences on both sides of the Atlantic for more than half a century, Quinnipiac University is pleased to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters this 16th day of May, 2010.
I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Milo.
Wow. I'm overwhelmed. I really am. I didn't think it would be like this at all. I thought it would be a very quiet back door little ceremony that no one would notice really. That's not true. Thank you so much for that lovely welcome. I'd like to make a small return. There's a poem, a little Irish poem, which I used to recite at home when I was a young fella. It went something like this. Did you know the Royalies that lived near Donaghadee? A fine old-fashioned place they had, as snug could be, and for decent people, you couldn't beat them round. The 32 counties of Ireland's blessed ground. It's often I'd be thinking, as the evening bell would toll, and down the mossy boarding that skirts the door I'd stroll, and come on inside and rest yourself a gra, herself would say. And then we'd have potato cake and a cup of Irish tea. Such tea as was, with tea, with cream be dad, and plenty more aside. In fact, the hot potato cake I'm tasting here tonight, 'twas buttered in the middle, with the butter running through. Faye, with all respects to you, my face was buttered too. And Bridget Riley was the one to make you drink and eat. You'd never leave a table while a crumb was on your plate. And once a woman says to me, well, I like my tea with a slice of lemon in it, she, because that's the Russian way. Oh, and I never was a Russian, that's true. I'm Irish every bit of me, and my tastes are Irish too. Mind, I like a plate of cabbage with beef or pork, but for hot potato cake, I'd draw from here to Cork. My stomach's sick and tired of all the stuff it's getting now. With butterine and milk in tins that never saw a cow. And I'm lonesome for the Rileys. There's many a weary day. And I'm lonesome for potato cake and a cup of Irish tea. Thank you.
I ask that Bill Nye, Jean Wong, Terry Goodwin, and John Leahy come forward for the conferral of the honorary degree.
Bill Nye, in your role as the science guy, you have inspired a generation of young people to explore how the world works. Humor, wonder, curiosity, and contagious enthusiasm are all ingredients in your formula for creating an explosion of interest in science. You began your career as an engineer, after earning a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Cornell University. You soon blended your comedic aptitude and your scientific knowledge to host the Emmy award-winning television series, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Sporting your signature bow tie, you simplified complex theories and made any topic from digestion to gravity entertaining. You are the host of several TV series, including Stuff Happens on Planet Green, where you teach and encourage conservation and environmental responsibility. You have also written 5 books, including your latest, Bill Nye's Great Big Book of Tiny Germs. In appreciation of your efforts to make science accessible and entertaining, and your mission to foster a scientifically literate society, Quinnipiac University is pleased to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters this 16th day of May, 2010.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Bill.
It's my pleasure to introduce Quinnipiac University's newest alumnus, Bill Nye, who will deliver the commencement address.
Oh, this is a big moment. Thank you all very much. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished faculty, guests, alumni, and especially students, welcome and congratulations. You made it. Trust me, I'm a doctor. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I am out of here. They cannot get me now. Well, they don't have to. See, they already have. Huh? This place has changed you, and our hope is that you will go out and change the world. Now, parents, I know what you're thinking. Change the world? Really? Well, okay, but all things in moderation. See, we old people would still rather talk than text, especially at the dinner table, and especially while we're driving. And as I like to say, when it comes to operating a motor vehicle, just try monotasking. Just try doing that one thing, just for a few minutes. For many of you growing up, you asked your parents, your uncles, your aunts, you asked them questions, all sorts of questions. Why is the sky blue? Where do babies come from? Why can't I jump off the bridge with everyone else? And nervously, perhaps, income tax? Oh, you'll see. Oh, yes. You'll see. Now, you've reached a point where you are going to be legitimately asked questions by the grown-ups, by the rest of us. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do with your life? Do you want a 401k with that? Twitter? And of course, you probably hear this a lot. Lady Gaga? I think she's quite a musician, actually. More power to her. I know that going to this wonderful liberal arts university with the international reputation for excellence has, from time to time, been hard. But in my day, engineering school was just as stressful, people, maybe more. There was no internet, for one thing, let alone Facebook. You had to work for hours whispering to strangers if you wanted to get a good rumor started. And get this, back then, during some weeks, not just some of the music, but all of the music was by Barry Manilow. was difficult. Gasoline is almost expensive now in equivalent dollars as it was in 1975. We were trying to fix oily messes back then too during our first oil crisis. But along with the difficult environmental, economic, military, and policy situations we find ourselves in, there are some enormous, serious, grim problems that your parents, professors, and I would like you all to solve so that we can kick back and retire in peace. When my mother was graduated from college in May of 1942, with the Second World War well underway, our planet was home to about 2.3 billion people. Since then, that number has tripled. My family went to the World's Fair in New York City in 1965. Yes, there were people alive then. I remember well what seemed like a huge display depicting the estimated human population of the world. It was getting larger, counting up by one every 7 seconds or so. I, and my father especially, were very disappointed because we had just missed the number changing from 2,999,999,999 to 3 billion humans on Earth. All those zeros. Well, you all have lived through the transition from 5 to 6 billion. If you look at a similar population clock today, it says about 6.8 billion. And it skips through 3 or 4 births each second. By the time you reach your billionth second, when you're a little over 6 months into your 31st year, we will probably be over 12 billion and well on our way to 15 billion people on Earth. I guess people get excited. Yeah. Keep in mind also that a large fraction of these people have never made a phone call. I'm not talking about never made a cell phone call. They've never made a phone call or tweeted about their favorite vampire. They've never used any kind of phone. Their lives are agrarian and rural, no laptops. Nevertheless, they know our culture and have seen what science and organized technology can do. I've traveled a little in India, China, and Africa, and people are walking less and driving more. More cars are on the road every week, and more helicopters. Oh, there it is, yeah. Hey, we're working here. Kids. Put roughly, if everyone on Earth were to consume, drive, and especially use energy at the prodigious rate that we do here in the United States or the United Kingdom or Japan, we would need 2 more Earths. Now, as a science educator and longtime member of the Planetary Society, I hope all of you college graduates know that when we look to the hellishly hot and chemically hostile Venus, or to the thin air of Mars frozen at the poles, we can see that this one Earth is a very rare thing indeed. So as you come of full-time, employable, tax-paying leadership age, you and your contemporaries are going to have to come up with new ways for many, many of your fellow Earthlings to live. Fortunately, I think you can. I think you can pull this off. When your parents, or in some cases grandparents, were young, or younger, we had the first Earth Day. The enormous concern was pollution. It was back in 1970. Our introduction of dangerous substances into our environment. That was our big concern. But pollution pales to the more modern, staggering environmental problem of climate change. When I was working on the Science Guy show years ago, I did a few bits about the then relatively recent discoveries concerning anthropogenic or human-made climate change. It seemed like a distant, albeit looming, concern. Since then, I've interviewed chemists who think about this all through their periodic table days. I've met glaciologists who think about it all through their bitter boreal nights. And it's clear now that climate change is the real deal. That's what you're going to have to embrace, to plan for and manage. A huge problem that concerns virtually every species on Earth. Every species, by the way, includes you and me. even my old boss. Humans. Consistent with recent discoveries, environmentalists have said, or whined, for decades that we should all just do less. Don't waste so much paper or aviation gas. Don't use so much water. Don't drive so many miles. Don't wear clean clothes. In fact, how about if you just don't eat? Because, see, humans are bad and they shouldn't be in the ecosystem. But now we can see that the opportunities for energy conservation are, of course, enormous. 30% of our energy could be saved in a year easy, or if I may, easily. I mean, easily, it's an adverb. We're college graduates now, after all. But conservation alone is not going to get the job done. Not even close. People around the world aren't going to sit by and let the developed world use all the energy and pump out all the carbon dioxide. And here's some very bad news, people. Apparently, we will never run out of fossil fuels. That's right, never. There is so much buried fossil fuel, we'll never use it up, not for centuries. There is oil, some of which is all over the sea right now. But there is also oil sand and tar sand and oil shale and enormous quantities of coal. Coal. There's coal everywhere. And right now, no one pays for the smoke and gases that burning coal creates. So people worldwide will keep digging it up and keep burning it. Unchecked coal will indirectly kill a great many of us. That is, unless we, that is, you, lead the world on new paths, new ways to provide electricity, new types of transportation, and new approaches to doing business. We can't just do less. No, we have to instead find ways to do more with less. That's the key to our future, to your future. Now, nowadays, one hears so much about being green, but it's easy to be this kind of green. Don't throw your countless water bottles away. Don't leave the lights on. Change your light bulbs to compact fluorescence, or better yet, light-emitting diodes, LED-style lights. Recycle your printer paper. Print on both sides of each sheet. Okay, it's all good. It's fine. Charming. But these ideas are what we call part of energy's low-hanging fruit. These things are within easy reach. For most of them, we just need to develop new habits rather than new products or new processes. Now, like any environmentalist, I'm a big fan of energy's low-hanging fruit. It's just having more by wasting less. That's great. But you, in a few moments, will be graduates of Quinnipiac. You are among the very best in the world at thinking about new arrangements, new tools, and even, if I may, new tricks for reaching the high-hanging fruit, the big prizes, and the great big prizes. That's what we want you to do. We want you to, dare I say it, change the world in new, exciting, and big, hugely big, more with less ways. By even conservative estimates, we have about 5 times the energy we need in renewable forms. Solar heat and electricity, geothermal, warm and cool sinks, and energy in the wind that could power our world a few times over. But the opportunities lie in finding new ways to store it. Right now, we just have hydroelectric dams, but ask any fish, dams can't do it. No, if I may, damn way. It's got to be something much more sophisticated, much more subtle. Perhaps in the surprisingly near future, you can help all of us use sophisticated legal arrangements, along with expert computer control of our enormous complex electrical supply grid, to use everyone's electric car or house battery pack to store energy for everyone else. As the sun rises and sets, we manage the energy stored from east to west. Wild. I dare say a plan so crazy, it just might work. Perhaps you will negotiate with shoreline and riverside property owners so that we can tune tide or river flow turbines to take up the slack when the sun's on the other side of the earth and the winds are calm. Maybe you'll find a way to capture the spilled oil and put it to use rather than squandering it along with priceless ecosystems. Perhaps we can use a high-temperature tolerant liquid with high thermal capacity to store the sun's heat. We'd use old ideas for heat engines in new ways with new sophisticated materials. Instead of the Watt cycle or the Otto cycle, diesel cycle, Atkinson cycle, Rankine cycle, or Stirling cycle engine, perhaps you'll invent the Quinnipiac cycle engine. It will be part of the PB&J, the passion, beauty, and joy of nature, the PB&J of science. I know there are long legal traditions at Quinnipiac. We need you lawyers, negotiators, and policy wonks to motivate people. We need you to come up with a way for people to pay for carbon dioxide. Capping and trading won't quite motivate people or their corporations. It has to be that if you put it in the air, you pay for it. Some kind of fee system. With our current state of affairs, you might believe that such regulations just can't work. The agreements and compromises involved, especially in Washington, are just too complicated. Well, let me tell you a story. When I was a kid vacationing in Delaware, it was a great big deal. It was a huge event if someone on the beach saw a dolphin, or stranger still, a pod of dolphins, a group of dolphins. Everyone would run down to the water's edge and they'd point. A dolphin, woo-wee! Well, now, if you go to that same eastern shore, you see dolphins all the time because we pass laws and clean things up. I want you to do this with carbon. I want you to have regulations so that we just don't pump so much of it into the air. Come on, people, it'll be fun. Of course, you have to hurry. There are disturbing data from isotopes in ice cores, along with matching mathematical models, indicating that the world's climate can change with alarming alacrity. By that I mean very fast, overnight. This may prove especially frightening if the deep ocean natural gas hydrates, the clathrates, like the ones plugging up the Deepwater Horizon's pipes, start melting loose. So while you're at it, here are a few more problems for you to solve. We need a better way to get fresh water to people than damming and drying up rivers and streams. If we had a way to get fresh water to the teeming millions and billions around the world, we'd have cleaner, healthier, less costly living conditions for everyone. Perhaps you'll find ways to keep so much of it from evaporating by means of micro bubbles that enhance the albedo that would reflect sunlight into space or something. Along with this, we need transportation. Ways for people to have a high level of service without using as much energy, and especially as much land as we do now. Oversized houses waste energy for everyone. 12-lane freeways waste real estate for everyone. Double-wide streets isolate everyone from everyone. We want you to change it all. Lead the way. Help the developing world so that people there don't make the same mistakes we did. How about a way to control and ultimately de-energize nuclear material? Along with nuclear power proving to be the most expensive way to boil water yet devised, we have tens of thousands of tons of nuclear waste, nuclear fuel, and nuclear weapons that no one really has any good idea what to do with. We're just stacking it up and crating it underground. On the Earth, nothing we throw away really goes away. It's a problem we've ignored for the most part, and it may be an opportunity for some savvy scientist and some savvy negotiator to solve. It is sobering to consider that many among you know more physics than Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein did. You know more about the universe than Galileo or Copernicus. The universe turns out to be bigger than anyone thought, and it's accelerating in its expansion. If you can figure out why, you may be able to control energy in a way that science fiction writers have only dreamed of. You could change the world. Now, with all this heavy talk, sorry about that, I'd like to take a moment and give you some advice. I mean, just regular old advice, like from a grown-up. Ideas like, wear sensible shoes, especially when you're in a thumbtack factory. Here's one. When you get a bucket of water thrown in your face, I strongly encourage you to untuck your shirt. You wouldn't think it would make that much difference, but a shirt tail, even made of cotton, which is a hydrophilic fabric, it directs water around your belt so it doesn't end up in your pants. I say this because I've run tests, several of them. My point is that everyone you'll ever meet knows something that you don't. It's surprising, perhaps, given to me what seems you meet so many unthinking people. But it's true. Everyone you meet knows something you don't. When you get a job in a corporation or anywhere, do what you can to get in at the beginning. This is a piece of advice. Get in on the design. The obvious reason is that it's the most creative part of a job. That's true enough. But there is a more subtle feature of the design that I hope all of you will take a moment to consider. It almost doesn't matter what you're working on. It's true of creating a 747 hydraulic resonance suppressor, a TV show about science, or a space exploration advocacy society. In every case, the basic or basis ideas are the key to success. See, no matter how good the people are who come to work and build your car, your phone, your electronic devices, your shoes, or your organization, if the design is no good, so is the product. It all starts at the bottom of a big upside-down pyramid. As you go up the pyramid, the money committed in manufacturing, packaging, shipping, and that mysterious thing called marketing gets bigger and bigger, huger and huger. If the design is deficient, that is, if it's no good, so will everything be deficient and no good. So make time and work on the design. Next, about writing. Text messages or tweets to your friends do not count for corporate communications or legal letters. Maybe someone's mentioned this to you. For anyone working in a corporation, for anyone working for him or herself, or for anyone working for what might be called the man, never write a memorandum or memo or a letter to a client or a boss or a customer longer than one page. Make it fit on one page or one screen. Now, you can attach all kinds of stuff. You can attach all your graphs and histograms and figures and documents, portable document format, or pictures compressed in accordance with a joint photographic expert group. In short, the extended dance mix version of whatever it is you want to say, but make sure that that first page is compelling. Make that first page tell. Now, for my most important recommendation, my most important piece of advice, my most significant idea, vote. You have to vote. If people don't vote, the least they could do for the rest of us is shut up. Thank you, but you will find that they don't. You saw the United States attacked on our own soil for the first time since the War of 1812. You have become voters while the U.S. retaliated to limited effect against an elusive, nearly invisible enemy. There are probably a few things that you would have done differently had you been in charge. Well, now's your chance. You live in the most powerful country on earth. Voting is your power. The President of the United States, along with each of your congressional representatives, affects every species on earth. Vote every single time you can. Vote. Now here's a little more advice. Be skeptical. Don't believe everything people tell you. Don't believe everything you read, especially on the internet. Don't believe much of anything about diets. Be critical in your thinking. If someone says, "Trust me, I know this car, the gas gauge always reads empty." Or, "Trust me, this offshore oil well is explosion-proof." Bear in mind that he or she may be one of those non-thinking people. For example, when it comes to this advice about being skeptical, maybe you shouldn't be so sure. You are living when, for the first time in history, humans are coming to understand that we are all one people. There really is no such thing as race. Humans everywhere are all of one species. The ultraviolet light that our ancestors lived under affected the color of their and ultimately of our skin. We are so much more alike than we are different. We all came from Africa, and we are all made of the same star stuff. We are all going to live and die on the same pale blue dot. We are humans. We all share so much. Let's do our best now to share the earth. I often reflect on the words of my third grade teacher, Mrs. Cochran. She told us that there are more stars in the sky than grains of sand on the beach. And I remember thinking, Mrs. Cochran, are you crazy? Have you ever been to a beach? There's a lot of sand, Mrs. Cochran. I stood on the beach that summer in Delaware, and I got to thinking about this. There are, by any measure, a lot of grains of sand on a beach. There are more than you can count, of course, but not only that, there are perhaps more grains of sand than you can even imagine. I stood there thinking, does she mean all of the grains of sand that I can see? Does she mean the ones I can't see? The ones that must cover the beach a few meters deep and a few thousand nautical miles north and south? Mrs. Cochran, that is a lot of grains of sand. So there are more stars than all of that, all of those grains of sand? In a moment, I was paralyzed by self-doubt. I am just a tiny speck of a kid standing on a beach, and that beach is one of many beaches on a planet that turns out to be, in the cosmic scheme of things, pretty small. A speck, really. Furthermore, my home speck, the Earth, is just a speck orbiting a star that really, considering all the other sand grain numerous stars, is just another speck in the galaxy of stars. And the galaxy, in turn, being another speck among the galactic specks. I am a speck on a speck, orbiting a speck in the middle of deep, spacey specklessness. I don't matter at all. But I have a brain, albeit just this big. And if you met him, my old boss must have been quite a bit smaller. But I can imagine all of this. And that is wonderful. That is remarkable. That is venerable, worthy of respect. That is the passion, beauty, and joy, the PB&J of science. The joy of discovery, the joy of creation, the joy of leaving the world better than you found it. You're Quinnipiac graduates. You can enjoy the PB&J, my friends. You can make our planet a little bit better, and we hope a great big better. Take good care of the low-hanging fruit and find ways to reach for the high ones. Go get them, class of 2010. Change the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. We will now begin the presentation of degree candidates. It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Hans Bergman, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you, and greetings from the faculty and staff and students of the College of Arts and Sciences. Will the marshals please direct the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts toward the podium.
That's right. I'm saving that.
Maria C. Acosta. Rebecca A. Edelman. Benjamin J. Aitchison. Stacy L. Albertson. James Douglas Alston. Julie M. Anderson. Brendan C. Appy. Luis Arroyo. Joseph W. Acero. Michael J. Atkinson. Brian K. Aubrey. Kristen A. Babcock. Dina M. Bagat. Walter W. Bailey. Jeremy C. Baker. Nackerly Ballin. Lindsay R. Bonach. Megan E. Barnum. Lee and Megan Barsh. Allison F. Bassett. Julie L. Bassett. Samantha L. Bastoni. Emily Rose S. Balish. Tammy L. Bensavenga. Nina Caledonia London Bender. Shayna S. Bennett. Christine M. Benson. Ashlyn A. Barrick. Douglas J. Betley. Xavier A. Bishop. Michael C. Bavona. Christine B. Bjornberg. Garrett T. Blauvelt. Deanna L. Bacardi. John D. Bonito. Richard R. Borelli Rothstein. Ashley A. Borgata. Mark D. Bouchard. Melissa L. Boulay. Kimberly Celeste Britt. Jessica R. Brown. Brittany Ann Biucci. Stephen M. Buckley. Vincent W. Ballone. Alyssa A. Burns. Hillary L. Burr. Brianna Burton. Stephen S. Biusa. Michaela L. Butler. Katie E. Campbell. Francesca L. Capalbo. Michael C. Capco. Jessica L. Carfora. Molly Carta. Casey E. Kavanaugh. R. Sam Cheney. Jennifer M. Chiarella. Marisa Chilelli. Alicia S. Chunard. Christopher J. Sinello. Brendan M. Klein. Noriana Cohen. James C. Coquinos. Amy L. Colosa. Michael F. Cornacchia. Stephanie Corsi Travali. Ashley V. Crape. Leslie Lynette Cricklow. Jennifer L. Crowley. Jonathan J. Cruz. Allison M. Conine. Elizabeth P. Curtis. Harry J. Daddio. Gina R. Dombra. Amber D. Ambrosio. Gina M. Diamasa. Sarah A. Danaher. Crystal S. Davis. Zachary C. Dendas. Amanda L. Dengis. Aniello D. Simone. Marissa DeSisto. Lindsay D. Dillon. Morgan K. Donlin. Brian F. Donnelly. Ryan J. Donahue. Nicole A. Dossler. Kelly A. Duffy. Caitlin A. Duffy. Caitlin is a President Scholarship Award winner and the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award winner. Caitlin is the recipient of the President's Scholarship Award and the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award from the College of Arts and Sciences. She is also the recipient of the Joan Phillips Gordon Prize in Sociology and a member of the Honors Program. Caitlin is a criminal justice major who has graduated with a 4.0 grade average. She has been a work study in the Office of Admissions since the summer of 2000. Caitlin's options remain open. Winning along with her is Shannon K. Duffy, also the President's Scholarship Award winner and the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award winner, and also a criminal justice major with a 4.0 average, and her options also remain open. They both reside in Cheshire with their parents, Suzanne Duffy and Dr. Patrick Duffy, and their siblings, Caitlin, Megan, Kristen, and Patrick. Congratulations both. Ashley M. Duncan. Rebecca Lauren Dunlop. Elizabeth C. Duquette. Stuart J. Easton. Peter D. Edwards. Emily G. Fallon. Leanna K. Fallon. Gina M. Fasanello. Lauren J. Finney. Colleen A. Fitzgerald. Christopher D. Fletcher. Megan K. Foltman. Jenna A. Fortunato. Hillary M. Fournier. Alexandra Madeline Frechette. Kelsey R. Freed. Jacqueline A. Fricano. Vanessa S. Friedland. Gina R. Furtado. Dana M. Gallagher. Caitlin L. Galvin. Christine M. Gamble. Barbara A. Gilardi. Crystal T. Gillette. Corey F. Glynn. Matthew Goodness. Christine Marie Grady. Benjamin J. Green. Nicole M. Grossi. Melissa L. Guarino. Deanna Hajar. Matthew A. Halden, Sean M. Hallinan, Brendan C. Halstead, Christopher M. Harden, Brittany M. Hauser, Stephanie M. Havacan, Richard J. Healy, Cara M. Haybird, Colby D. Hager, Lauren E. Hill, Stefan G. Hock, Kristen E. Hummel, Matthew Thomas Howes, Kelsey B. Ives, Jennifer L. Johnson, Naquasia Jones, Bethany A. Kenya, Samantha Mitsui Katagiri, Caitlin A. Kavanaugh, Alyssa Brooke Kazin, Jonathan M. Kearney, Ashley A. Kearns, Sarah J. Kelleher, Kate Irene Kelly, Colleen M. Kennedy, Tracy Ann Kilcookie, Tamika R. Kinlock, Jennifer L. Kober, Eleni Lacus, Eric D. Lampy, Kristen D. Lawler, Amy N. LeBlanc, Laura E. Light, Haley A. Lensack, Skylar W. Livingston, Danielle M. Locono, Megan E. Longo, Julianne Loscalzo, Louisa Lowry, Matthew Luganbuhl, Thomas R. McDougall, Stephen G. McKenzie, Meredith L. McMillan, Derek D. Macri, Kristen W. Marr, Kishori D. Mahulikar, Samantha L. Manelis, Lindsay R. Marturano, Stephanie L. Masella, Laura Ann Maselli, Michael A. Mays, Carissa L. Masata, Shane A. Matthew, Sarah J. McGowan, Samantha L. McGuire, Kevin L. McLean, Karen L. McSweeney, Kyle Christopher McSweeney, Kaylee M. Messia, Christine D. Medlock, Allison C. Meehan, Alex C. Merlo, Michelle L. Maroli, Brian L. Myers, Christopher J. Myers, Matthew L. Madaw, Jennifer G. Miller, Victoria L. Milligan, James W. Moore. Talia C. Monroy. Ryan L. Morton. Heather L. Moraro. Kristen Maruski. Zachary Naiman. Stephen C. Nappy. Krista M. Nooner. Lauren Ann Nobile. Sabrina J. Norman. Kevin D. Nunes. Catherine E. O'Brien. Morgan Carey O'Brien. Brendan S. O'Connor. Donna L. Ortiz. Devin A. Osborne. Elizabeth L. Palumbo. Erica J. Pandolfi. Jonathan D. Pantano. Adam J. Patnaudi. Erica L. Perry. Samantha Fungavong. Jake C. Piasecki. Danielle M. Picano. Tom Podgorski. Nijay N. Poindexter. Alisa M. Polalski. Richard C. Pompano. Lisa M. Portal. Ashley D. Quido. Perry Rachel. David A. Rayo. Sarah K. Riley. Aaron E. Reiter. Marissa A. Reiner. Lindsay Gourlay Roeder. Christina M. Romano. Christina Marie Rosado. William D. Rosenbeck. Rebecca L. Rosengren. Kayla D. Rossi. Rachel A. Rubenstein. Chloe A. Rudick. Meg E. Salta. Lauren D. Salzman. David N. Saponara. Nicole Marie Savaccio. Nicole Scazino. Stephen M. Scherer. Julie M. Shivo. Jonathan C. Schneider. Lindsay M. Scranton. Brianna Nicole Serino. Nicole Sergey. Colleen A. Sheridan. Corey M. Schuster. Alyssa J. Schwartz. Amber Sidoti. Michael V. Simiola. Ashley P. Simeone. Brent A. Sin. Lisa Smakia. Marshall T. Smith. Rebecca C. Smith. Ryan M. Smith. Rachel B. Smaller. David C. Snedeker. Nicholas A. Salitro. Ellen M. Sparago. Kristen Marie Spath. Kaylee A. E. Sprague. Patrick J. Stanek. Alexandra G. Stearns. Kristen Angela Stella. Robin M. Strickland. Amanda Michelle Tagliaferro. Leah R. Tanner. Allison Tetla. Grant Thompson. Nikki M. Todaro. Jamie Lynn Toth. Matthew W. Tremper. Anton Tribitson. Brianne Marie Turner. Ryan W. Ulrich. Bianca J. Ercillo. Catherine Elizabeth Grace Van Nostrand. Nicole T. Vermiglio. Eric A. Villanueva. Brian Francis Wallach. Kelly A. Wall. Jennifer S. Walters. Jennifer Holly Waltz. Mimi Wang. Matthew J. Warren. Christopher Way. Heather M. Whitaker. Andrew James Wilgermine. Colin M. Wilkinson. Todd J. Williams. Mary R. Wilson. Emma M. Woods. Cynthia A. Wu. Aaron E. Yost. Danielle C. Servos. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please approach the platform? Cassandra L. Adams. Suzanne M. Anderson. Devin W. Barna. Christine M. Bordeaux. Danielle M. Bova. Roger F. Brakey. Stephanie M. Buchanan. Amanda Shivu. Angelo Robert Colatos. Kristen Cornaldisi. Ashley M. Cunningham. John Dance. Susan S. Day. Maura A. Delaney. Richard J. Delbovi. Megan A. Derrer. Matthew W. D. Carmine. Tyler J. Dinnan. Christopher S. Drastora. Niall M. Flanick. Catherine J. Fricano. Jacqueline A. Gableman. Marie J. Galina. Danielle C. Galati. Lena E. Graham. Jeffrey K. Haymaker. Kristen Marie Heverin. Derek P. Hoffman. Kristen E. Iannucci. Haruka D. Ida. Joanne M. Jankowski. Amanda R. Casse. Caitlin P. Koenig. Michelle R. Lapointe. Allison J. Larson. Crystal A. Lazos. Jennifer K. Lawson. Jennifer C. Lupo. Seth M. Ludi. John James Macaluso. Eric A. Marcarelli. Amy L. Marks. Andy R. Morgan. Chelsea L. Marusi. Alyssa M. Nastro. Sharon Lisa Patanka. Andrew R. Prophet. Brittany Marie Rostelli. Alyssa A. Sabra. Stephanie J. Saucier. Matthew Ryan Schlau. Gregory A. Schwartz. Jacqueline Smola. Catherine Teresa Twarowski. Sarah L. Vernero. Virginia O. Volpe. Lori Jean Williamson. Holly A. Zampano. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, College of Arts and Sciences, please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations.
And will the marshals please escort him to the platform? Louis F. Alfano. Noor N. Alganim. Morgan E. Amarone. Michael Joseph Amor. Ari J. Anastasi. Nicholas M. Angeletti. Nicholas T. Anthony. Erica L. Antonucci. Matthew R. Antonucci. Peter C. Argilla. Caitlin R. Augustine. Ryan Paul Bakari. Adam C. Baker. Matthew P. Baker. Carolyn Borepsky. Jeffrey M. Bell. Serena M. Bender. Alan Kyle Bennett. Kristen M. Bino. Nicole A. Barbarian. Laura M. Bernstein. Donald J. Best. Kimberly L. Bianco. Tristan A. Blank. Antonio G. Blasetti. Eric J. Blinn. Sarah L. Bopp. Michelle M. Bovey. Robert J. Bowen. Jason S. Bram. Jonathan Branch. Kenneth M. Brew. Camille L. Brown. Kelly A. Bruneau. Jeremy R. Brunel. Donnie N. Buchanan. Elizabeth H. Buchanan. Ashley N. Budnick. Anthony F. Bueller. Devin D. Bushy. Eric M. Bird. Anthony Cacciani. Jonathan W. Cahill. Lindsay Marie Campanelli. Amy L. Cancellari. Jason P. Candy. Jeffrey S. Carino. Marco R. Carlacci. Kristen Lee Carroll. Angela Nina Casella. Dominic R. Casone. Kathleen M. Catalino. Stephen J. Kavanaugh. Corrine Ann Saratelli. Joseph M. Cesarini. Patrick C. Chase. Cameron S. Chesley. Casey A. Chisano. Charles F. Simitow. Stephen C. Ciucci. Paige M. Clapp. James Ryan Coburn. Michael L. Coco. Kim L. Colavecchio. Rowena Calalang. Daniel P. Conforti. Aaron K. Conley. Christopher P. Connell. Christopher G. Consiglio. Benjamin L. Cook. Mitchell J. Cooper. Anne Marie R. Cornwall. John F. Cosentino. Dennis J. Crocus. Laura A. Krupe.
Yeah, Krupe. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Sean E. Cummins. Cameron J. Cunningham. Claire M. Curie. Michael J. Dabkowski. Christopher D'Agostino. Christina F. Dahlia. Justin Darrow. Alex M. D'Almeida. Milagros M. Dialia. Robert Dean DePaula. Kristen A. DePrisco. Anthony F. DeRamo. Daniel P. DeSilva. Anthony J. DeTouris. Stephen M. Demasevich. Brett Dickinson. Elizabeth A. Dietz. Michael R. DeLillo. Charles V. Domino. Theodore Monroe Diamond. Kevin V. Doherty. Caitlin H. Dowley. Janine Duffy. Joseph A. Aliyah. Catherine T. Elliott. Yitzhak B. Ivar. Michael Ryan Falciani. Drew T. Falkenhand. Allison R. Farina. Nicholas M. Fazio. Nicholas C. Fearback. Daniel A. Firestone. Daniel R. Fisher. Marissa A. Foray. Marissa is the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award for the School of Business. Marissa A. Foray is the 2010 recipient of the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award from the School of Business. She is also the recipient of the Edward J. Scannell Prize, the Advertising Department Student Achievement Award, Who's Who Among American Colleges and Universities, and a member of the Honors Program. Marissa is an advertising major with a minor in psychology who has graduated with a 3.94 grade point average. She is a member of Beta Gamma Sigma and SIFE. Her hobbies include playing soccer, lacrosse, basketball, snowboarding, and going to the beach. Marissa's options remain open for future career endeavors. She resides in Point Pleasant, New York, with her parents, Mrs. Linda Foray and Mr. Kirby Foray, and with her siblings, Laura and Brian. Jason R. Fragameni. Kristen N. Gabriel. Christopher M. Gaffney. Xavier Garcia. Michael R. Gast. Michael J. Gavigan. Lee D. Gavin. Heather M. Geary. Bridget L. Jebby. Douglas Woodward Geist. Stephen V. Genova. Nicole M. Gentile. Lauren A. Garrity. Joseph M. Gervino. James R. Gianfelice. Christopher L. Gianelli. Mark J. Gianelli. Brady T. Garreau. Ashley Ann Gomez. Justin M. Gonzalez. Eric T. Gorman. Kelly M. Grady. Brendan F. Greeley. Scott J. Gregoire. Holly L. Gregorio. Anthony W. Greina. Eric J. Gruenfelder. Nona Lynn Guarino. Justin W. Haddock. Kenneth D. Hanneberg. Lev V. Halibay. Caitlin M. Hansen. Judy Harris. Rachel Ilana Hellman. Timothy R. Hurry. Stephanie L. Hogue. Hey. Andrew F. Hodgkins. Gregory S. Holt. Michelle E. Hubina. Tanya Suzanne Hugler. Jonathan S. Huntington. Evelina A. Huser. J.R. Hyman. Michaela Ivanchukov. Sandra M. Jablonski. Aten P. Jacme. Joseph R. Jager. Neil O. Jaggernoff. Brian A. J. Martina D. Johnson. Adam T. Jones. Sean L. Jones. Catherine E. Jugler. Caitlin N. Kaminsky. Peter A. Karahalios. Jeremy S. Casper. Kristen A. Kelleher. James G. Kerr. Christopher J. Quito. Daniel B. Kluger. Amanda K. Cross. Lindsay T. Crook. Matthew E. Kuzinski. Christia M. Kvetkauskas. Matthew R. Langley. Ryan J. Lanza. Peggy M. Lau. Kimberly A. LaBelle. Christina M. Leahy. D. Crandon Leahy III. Colleen P. Ledbetter. Matthew V. Lesmeister. Daniel T. Levine. Sammy C. Limatainen. Gabriella M. Lopez. Matthew J. Lorenzo. Catherine T. McCura. Eugenia A. McGill. Lauren M. Mayhew. Chelsea Ann Maycath. Christopher J. Malico. Justin C. Manchester. Michael R. Manders. Sean L. Mann. Christina Mariani. Kristen L. Maroney. Alexander J. Murato. Christopher F. Morrow. Megan N. Massey. Anthony J. Mowdy. Karen B. Maynard. Ashley R. MacArthur. Christina M. McCauley. Andrew J. McDonald. John Joseph McDonald, Jr. Brian P. McElvey. Cheryl Ann McNabola. Scott J. Malchiori. Natalie C. Malillo. Jessica C. Mendola. Ralph S. Michelli. Sean J. Mihalik. Mark A. Miller. Frankie J. Minervini. Brian G. Monak. Kristen M. Manzillo. Catherine I. Mortimer. Adam W. Mosby Johnson. Benjamin J. Mullaney. Laura A. Murphy. Sean M. Murphy. Arthur M. Moody IV. Jesse B. Nadell. Michael Charles Nairn. Karen M. Naruski. David T. Neves. Justin Ryan Newland. Julia Nodar Francesco. Timothy A. O'Day. Michael D. O'Leary. Ashley C. O'Donnell. Brittany L. O'Mara. Gregory K. O'Neill. Mark J. Osry. Marissa B. Panzerino. Nico Papavasilopoulos. Amanda C. Paredes. Amy K. Parise. Brendan Parla. Roberto F. Pissarro. Victor J. Paterno. Shauna M. Patrick. Andrew C. Patton, Jr. Nicholas A. Perez. Nicholas P. Perez. Scott D. Perrin. Marlena M. Person. Kayla A. Pesarillo. Everald J. Phillip. Lindsay G. Perrette. Charles V. Pilati. Bridget Platzer. Daniel R. Pressel, Matthew E. Pryor, Antonio F. Persino, Jamie B. Pruden, Christopher P. Puro, Caitlin R. Quayle, Ayla N. Caroga, Kyle J. Quinn, Krista M. Rapocchio, Christopher D. Rich, Kristen A. Rock, Brendan A. Rogers, Andrea L. Rosenthal, Zan Roussel, Joseph R. Roussel, Cassandra L. Rowan, Rebecca L. Rusinski, Maurice M. Ruggieri, Carol Russell, Evan Matthew Sarr, Donna S. Saul, Pasquale F. Salvati, Leon J. Sanchez, Justin M. Sandoval, Michael J. Sansevero, Michael G. Sandapietro, Jessica L. Saris, Evelyn K. Sarah, Jeffrey M. Sawyer, Joseph C. Scapatura, Eric D. Schleely, Matthew B. Schleer, Aaron H. Schneller, Justin R. Schoenberg, Lisa Marl Scoble, Bruce L. Scott, Paul M. Scudizzi, Brandon M. Semtashen, Daniel J. Sofert, Thomas J. Scamato, Eliza Shemesh, Allison R. Shields, Benjamin P. Siegel, Gabrielle M. Shimon, Annalise Skirker, Kyle R. Sleskowski, Stephen E. Small, Joseph C. Smith, Adam M. Sossler, Samantha J. Soto, Stephen R. Spano, Grant H. Spear, Glenn Michael Stark, Keith A. Sterling, Joseph E. Stockman, Alexander O. Stone, Kara S. Stone, Christopher J. Swanson, Robert J. Talbot, Maxwell J. Tanner, Barbara J. Thomas, Brian R. Tinsley. Francesco E. Torelli. Kelly M. Tracy. Wei D. Tran. Philip L. Trieber. Tao Truong. Christopher N. Segaris. Christopher Arthur Tucker. Kayla K. Vandervoort. Thomas J. Vera. Jessica A. Vapatic. Erica D. Velasquez. Carolyn R. Venslaw. Luke J. Violetti. Christopher T. Vollers. Nicole J. Virchio. Gregory H. Wachter. Ryan T. Wagner. Marla G. Waters. Adam R. Webster. Matthew A. Weiss. Todd C. Wigger. Justin N. Wilcox. Bartosz Walensky. Brandon G. Wong. Amy J. Wood. Charles Thomas Woodruff. Monica C. Warnick. Michael P. Yatsko. Kristen Uzick. Mary Elizabeth Zaffino. Christopher S. Zavatsky. Hector Zayas. Meredith Zupa. Will the candidates from the School of Business please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the School of Business.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
It's my privilege to introduce Michelle Moore, Interim Dean of the School of Communications.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree from the School of Communications please rise and approach the platform? Stephanie Ann Adamophagus. Stephanie M. Albert. Katrina E. Allendorfer. Brendan A. Amoruso. Jessica L. Amundsen. Ryan M. Andriozzi. Matthew B. Andrew. Stephanie K. Annunziata. Allison Ansari. Juliana C. Aquino. Daniel B. Asher. Stephanie M. Adaman. Heather L. Bacci. Jessica L. Bade. Jonathan R. Badris. Samantha L. Baker. Brianna M. Banford. Raquel C. Barbieri. Monica Lee Baruden. Katie E. Becker. Christina M. Beelman. Matthew P. Bernabeo. Denise M. Bertrand. Keith Spencer Bavacqua. Christopher Bevins. Bridget Marie Bellafield. Bellafeld. Michael A. Valera. Jonathan A. Bissonnette. Daniel F. Blanchard. Jill L. Bogdanoff. Catherine E. Bonarzik. Catherine M. Brazel. Julianne Breck. Tara Ashley Brennan. Christina M. Bernese. Michael J. Bucchino. Anthony M. Buzzio Jr. Catherine P. Campizano. Samantha L. Capoletti. Gina M. Capolini. Lauren A. Carroll. Carly A. Cosiglia. Nicole A. Cavallari. Stephen J. Cerruti. Tyler M. Shappett. John P. Sirocco. Jillian E. Clancy. Alexander Clark. Nicole E. Cabuzio. Curtis Conroy. Samantha Cosentino. Kelly E. Cox. Tyler M. Cox. Samuel Chase Crocker. Gina Michelle Dayton. Todd V. DiFrancesco. Tina Marie DiGasero. Joseph A. Delbeni. Christina Della Bruno. Nicholas Brady DePace. Daniel G. DeSimone. Amy M. Desposito. Catherine E. Devlin. Christopher F. DiBardadino. Amanda J. Dix. Ethan J. Donovan. Roseanne T. Doyle. Victoria L. Duff. Ashley M. Duncan. Philip George Dunphy. Emily K. Jobeck. Lauren A. Egan. Heather L. Edwab. Amy Ann Agazy. Lauren E. Eldon. Stephen H. Elfenbein. Jonathan Fast. Hillary R. Frederico. Stephanie M. Fearson. James E. Feldine. Ashley L. Fenton. Terrence Fitzpatrick. Matthew Fitzsimmons. Lara J. Flanagan. Andrew J. Fletcher. Kristen R. Fortino. Joseph A. Fortunato. Haley Christine Foster. Michelle L. Fox. Michaela M. Fralin. Andrew I. Gable. Matthew F. Gallo. Craig A. Gannon. Danielle M. Gartland. Christina Marie Gardino. Alexandra C. Gelfand. Christine L. Gritch. Jennifer M. Gigliotti. Samuel A. Goldenstein. Tara P. Gordon. Amanda Jo Greenberg. Rebecca S. Griss. Jessica L. Grubb. Courtney R. Halyard. Thomas J. Harrigan. Melissa A. Hebert. Farrell Helen Henneberry. Mark A. Henning. Jessica M. Heckernell. Jacqueline B. Hirsch. Holly L. Hitchin. Alexandria E. Hoff. Chelsea E. Hood. Kelly N. Hughes. Kelly L. Highland. Thomas E. Jacoby. Brittany Yvonne James. Adam C. Jazzy. Elizabeth R. Johnston. Todd M. Kaiser. Melissa B. Kane. John T. Kelly. How you doing? David Kim. Erin Bridget Kelly. Michelle Marie Cocott. Olivia Hepburn Kravitz. Stephanie M. Kruzik. Kevin W. Cosina. Jamie D. LaBella. Amy Labonia. Kelsey M. Lane. Michael E. Laramie. Sean A. Lawler. Andrew J. Lee. Jonathan R. Lee. Katrina B. Lennon. Sean D. Light. Mackenzie Lynn Liptek. Johan Lopez. Andrew M. Lumna. Michael D. McLaughlin. James P. Maimonis. Michael A. Mancuso. Jeffrey P. Marlowe. John F. Mazzo. Michael L. Mazzo. Derek McLeod. Mallory A. McBride. Lindsay B. McGuigan. Daniel P. McHale. Brett I. McCain. Kristen Marie McKay. Courtney M. McLeish. David B. McRory. Christopher V. McTiernan. Caitlin L. Moline. John C. Mary IV. Lindsay B. Michelson. Joseph J. Makuchi. Joseph Mingino. Adam D. Minton. Adrian E. Mazel. Mary C. Mongarella. Ross R. Montolio. Sean K. Morris. James R. Mullaney. Christopher R. Murray. Dean A. Nilligan. Stephanie L. Neto. Stephen G. Nisatel. Lauren S. Knoller. Brianne E. O'Hare. Brianne is the recipient of the 2010 Alumni Associate Academic Achievement Award for the School of Communications. She is also the recipient of the 2010 highest GPA average in the School of Communications. Brianne is a media studies major with a minor in sociology, who has graduated with a 3.98 grade point average. She is a member of Lambda Pi Eta Honor Society, Peer Educators, and WAVE. Her hobbies include going to Broadway plays, watching television, and hanging out with friends. Brianne hopes to find an internship in the fall as casting for theater or television. She resides in Carmel, New York, with her parents, Mrs. Peggy O'Hare and Mr. Daniel O'Hare, and with her siblings, Joseph and Patrick. Congratulations, Brianne. Lindsay M. Oliveri. Matthew E. Pacheco. Chico. James R. Palatini. Alex J. Perella. Nicole M. Perdotto. Dana N. Pirano. Matthew J. Pelicane. Amanda M. Peloso. Stefano A. Panisi. Joseph J. Perina. Caitlin M. Peterson. Eric M. Peterson. Elizabeth A. Perazzi. Michael J. Radomski. Fadia Rahman. William A. Ramos. Marina Rose Ravanis. Sean R. Riley. Victoria A. Reitano. Danielle N. Richards. William J. Richmond, Jr. Michael J. Riggio. Brendan N. Remetz. Kevin B. Rincon. Brian James Ring. Christopher J. Robley. Sarah Elizabeth Rosenbaum. Samantha L. Rupert. Thomas W. Ruth. Jennifer Lynn Sandler. Nicholas P. Sardone. Shwana K. Sarson. Jeremy B. Schilling. Robert D. Schilling. Jonathan Sharippa. Justin A. Schussler. Oh, wait, Schussler. Justin A. Schussler. Thank you. Megan C. Scully. Tristan Elizabeth Seichi. Joshua D. Seawall. Scott Aaron Schalickman. Scott Stephen Sheehan. Joseph D. Schutz. Mark A. Siciliano. Lauren M. Sievert. Layla N. Silva. Michael I. Silverman. Lindsay F. Singer. Alex J. Skop. Corey B. Smith. Ariel G. Savone. Rachel L. Soul. Christopher D. Sperado. Michelle A. Squires. Sarah J. Squires. Victoria R. Stankus. Matthew Stucco. Matthew A. Sirachi. Christopher C. Swearingen. Jennifer L. Tate. Aaron R. Tangway. Diane M. Tarila. Nicholas C. Taylor. Leah Joan Terenzio. Lindsay M. Thomas. Taylor S. Thompson. Jacqueline R. Tobias. Kyle J. Tilsley. Joanna L. Toomey. Richard J. Travers. Nicholas J. Tuosto. Eric D. Tercio. Jessica E. Turlick Vincent. Megan M. Vandervoort. Molly Kate Vaughn. Andrew A. Vazano. Julian P. Bryoff. Sarah E. Webster. Brittany L. Wellersdick. Christina A. Wassell. Rebecca A. Westerman. Kara E. Wiemert. Kara N. Winans. Kevin Nathaniel Winters. Michael P. Young. William J. Young. Lauren E. Zink. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor's of Arts from the School of Communications please rise? Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor's of Arts from the School of Communications.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations to all of you and to your families.
It's my privilege to introduce Dr. Edward O'Connor, Dean of the School of Health Sciences.
And last but certainly not least, will candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science from the School of Health Sciences please rise and come to the platform. Ariel J. Abato. Kristen A. Abel. Jennifer Acosta Mariedo. Jessica A. Addis. Michelle V. Agostino. Delissa M. Ainsworth. Melissa A. Albiak. Robert S. Alex. Nicole Renee Alonzo. Elizabeth F. Arnott. Emily A. Austin. Stephanie Catherine Barganier. Christy Lynn Barrett. Sarah E. Barth. Christina N. Bain. Courtney E. Beaulieu. Chelsea E. Bennard. Karen D. Benoit. Christy L. Bergella. Kevin P. Berghorn. Laura Burnt. Robert M. Bebo. Tricia M. Birkenberger. Richard L. Blanchard. Karen A. Blanchette. John L. Blasey. David L. Block. Christopher Bezenzik. Christopher A. Borelli. Jennifer E. Braga. Melissa C. Brawley. Christian Bretcher. Stephanie A. Brokovich. Emily R. Browning. Stephanie Marie Brown. Megan E. Brunel. Jillian A. Bonifetti. Thomas S. Burns. Lindsay N. Burrows. Lauren G. Burrows. Catherine T. Bushnell. Sarah Byram. Melissa R. Case. Jacqueline H. Cascone. Natalie C. Catterall. Eon Chang. Erica R. Cheekus. Michael B. Chesick. Elizabeth Grace Shute. Gabriella B. Cifelli. Benjamin W. Cobb. Stephanie L. Colella. Laura Andrea Colon. Nicole M. Colwell. Carol Ann Camella. Julie L. Knatzer. Ashley Conrad. Christine M. Conroy. Patricia L. Capola. Stephen L. Capalicia. Christopher M. Cordella. J. Correa. Brittany L. Corsetti. Samantha K. Corsi. Kevin E. Costello. Adrienne Blair Coya. Christina L. Croce. Caitlin Croce. Alexa Ray Cruz. Molly Beth Cuddy. Lauren M. Cullen. Hillary N. Kuva. Stacy L. Daniels. Nicole L. De Jesus. Gregory I. DeMarco. Brenton R. Dempsey. Jennifer M. Dempsey. Katie M. Danino. Alexandra N. Denkus. Dina Marie DeSanctis. Aaron A. Diggle. Sarah E. DeMarco. Casey E. Dion. Amanda E. Dolan. Kristen Danielle Dombrowski. Ashley Christine Donovan. Megan Mary Dowdle. Brianna L. Downs. Stephanie A. Dubuk DeFlavio. Anna M. Dudek. Michael P. Jabina. Tanya M. Zubaidi. Mackenzie K. Elliott. Kimberly D. Emond. Kelsey D. Eustace. Jenna L. Fiella. Lisa A. Falvo. Kelsey E. Fairley. Alicia J. Fedner. Allison R. Fierst. Kristen Fiore. Karen Fishbane. Daniel J. Flecka. Mark D. Forcos. Christy L. Fortier. Claire E. Fortier. Celia A. Fortinsky. Nicole E. Frazier. Nicole Marie Fry. Lindsay A. Furlong. Kendra L. Gagliardi. Jessica Gallerini. Carmine J. Gargano. Andrea M. Gatto. Meredith L. Gable. Megan L. Gerbs. Madeline K. Geestone. Samantha Rose Giganti. Jessica L. Giller. Christina M. Giusti. Ashley Veronica Glennon. Jacqueline Rose Glynn. Ashley N. Goldbach. Caitlin A. Greenslade. Melissa A. Greaves. Megan B. Groneman. Emily M. Groshin. Sarah E. Groshin. Kyle J. Grusmark. Christina L. Guerrera. Tessa A. Guralnik. Ann K. Guzmano. Brittany L. Hansen. Christopher T. Harsh. Megan A. Hayes. Scott P. Hebert. Karen L. Hillary. Courtney L. Horbacheski. Gregory D. House. Paul A. Howard. Amanda H. Hutchins. Marissa L. Heinowski. Jamie L. Iaquinto. Laura A. Inaminato. Scott P. Irving. Lauren M. Jameson. Natalie A. Janusis. Amy E. Johnson. Jessica Lees Johnson. Wade C. Johnson. Amanda K. Cannongeyser. Anna T. Kapusta. Brian A. Karwoski. Melissa A. Kasputis. Rajminder Kaur. Christine M. Keene. Christina L. Kelly. Erin Elizabeth Kelly. Sarah K. Kent. Christopher C. Kirscher. Adam G. Keston. Aaron K. Kilcullen. Amanda S. Kilmer. Amanda S. Kilmer is the 2010 recipient of the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award from the School of Health Sciences. She is also the recipient of the 2010 Outstanding Academic Achievement Award in Health Sciences. Amanda is a physical therapy major with a minor in biology who has graduated with a 3.98 GPA. She is a member of the American Physical Therapy Association, and her hobbies include all sports. Amber has been accepted into the doctoral program in physical therapy here at Quinnipiac University. She resides in Torrington, Connecticut with her parents, Mrs. Sharon Kilmer and Mr. Richard Zappone. Congratulations, Amber. Kimberly M. Klauber. Ryan D. Kleps. Nicole E. Neeland. Christina A. Knight. Jacqueline M. Kohler. Heather M. Koning. Mark A. Konopka. Michelle L. Kushner. Lauren A. Laferti. Shelley A. Laliberti. Kathleen M. LaPierre. Katie G. Loretti. Jennifer M. Lawrence. Caitlin Marie Lefebvre. Jessica L. Lesage. Marissa J. Levine. Ian H. Livingstone. Justine R. Lombardi. Janelle E. Lopez. Emily J. Lotko. William P. Lobatier. Thomas A. Lund. Matthew J. McCaskill. Rebecca L. McEwen. Brianna M. Mahoney. Matthew D. Mancini. Natasha R. Manning. Danielle C. Marino. Lisa A. Martell. Michelle C. Martins. Amanda Elizabeth Martin. Kelsey A. Martin. Mallory A. Mateo. Barbara J. Matuszewski. Megan E. McCann. Devin D. McDermott. Carolyn M. McDonald. Melissa A. McDonald. Jessica A. McGrath. Chelsea A. McKirk. Laura A. McKnight. Keneal O. McLennan. Brittany A. McQuide. Sean P. Meehan. Leah R. Misu. Carly Mariah Miller. Glenn W. Milton. Jacqueline R. Michelle. Dana J. Mokarski. John T. Moeller. Dana L. Monahan. Sarah P. Morin. Christine D. Moriali. Bridget M. Mulroy. Zachary R. Murray. Danielle R. Musella. Heather M. Nadu. Tanya M. Nagel. Heather M. Neeb. Sarah E. Normandin. Alexandra Nova. Anna L. O'Brien. John T. O'Brien. Stephanie A. O'Brien. Carrie L. O'Connell. Kelsey A. Oliver. Colleen P. O'Shea. Victoria A. Pagano. Lauren M. Pilata. Laura E. Paquette. Nisha S. Parikh. Tara Ann Parmalee. Laura M. Passarell. Kristen M. Peterson. Tricia A. Peterson. Chelsea L. Petrovitz. Camille P. Piasek. Vincent J. Pisciano. Jacqueline A. Palat. Christina Nicole Plesia. Jessica L. Pop. Carrie J. Quigley. Alicia M. Quimby. Casey A. Quinn. Danielle C. Quinn. Erica R. Rebin. Kelly J. Reinhart. Jeffrey E. Reisman. Kelly L. Richards. Cassandra D. Riley. Hannah Corey Reinhart. Claire M. Roach. Megan Catherine Roach. Freddie M. Rodriguez. Jacqueline A. Russell. Anjali Sakdeva. Lan Sandwell. Anthony V. Santangelo. Aaron E. Sargent. Laura A. Scala. Brian Schlatzline. Jacqueline M. Schubert. Laura L. Schwartz. Jessica M. Scola. Ian K. Scolins. Amber S. Shanley. Aaron B. Shepley. Lindsay R. Chevlo. Sarah A. Shobin. Kimberly E. Shorey. Vincent R. Sicari II. Kristen E. Silva. Lauren Marie Simon. Jessica L. Simpson. Marielle E. Simpson. Allison L. Smith. Kelly L. Snyzik. Kaylee J. Spalding. Laura B. Spazinski. Teresa M. Sroka. Catherine R. St. Germain. Michael C. Stark. Audra Lee Stawicki. Kristen F. Stevens. Ryan G. Stevens. Corey L. Stewart. Samuel H. Sturgis. Courtney Leanne Sullivan. Ashley A. Saddam. Sarah A. Sweeney. Lauren M. Sweetland. Jennifer L. Swenty. Jeanette D. Taylor. Lizette M. Tempesta. Jennifer N. Teresi. Melissa L. Thiel. Bianca L. Tebow. Nicole Thomas Allen. Amanda B. Town. Jillian F. Truffin. Megan W. Trull. Megan L. Tuchito. Tracy L. Underhill. Jenna L. Vaccaro. Jennifer M. Van Gore. Caitlin C. Bernard. Pauline M. Viscosi. Whitney J. Vernick. Chelsea L. Wabrick. Megan J. Wallace. Johanna B. Wallach. Nancy S. Wallach. Tara E. Watson. Melissa R. Weber. Caitlin J. Welch. Taylor C. Welch. Allison Wells. Catherine Megan Whitehouse. Carrie L. Weegee. Kristen E. Wilgosh. Julie A. Waikara. Jonathan M. Williams. Rebecca E. Williams. Brittany M. Wilson. Meredith A. Wollanen. Megan L. Wasleger. Stephanie F. Zaccardi. Delbert Kennedy Zacher. Amelia M. Zamataro. Ann Zeng. Alexander W. Zini. Amanda J. Jacqueline Zielinski. and Michelle K. Zawoyka. Will candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science from the School of Health Sciences please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science from the School of Health Sciences.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Health Sciences, congratulations to all of today's graduates. Please be seated.
Congratulations to all. It's my pleasure to introduce Shana Bennett, who will deliver the response of the class of 2010. Shana is a psychology major from the Bronx, New York.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson, President Leahy, members of the Platform Party, and everyone involved in making today a success. I extend a special welcome to distinguished guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2010. What a monumental moment this is to share with one another. Way back when we played Skip It during recess, snuggled our teeth under our pillow for the Tooth Fairy, nursed our Tamagotchis, and played freeze tag and Sega Genesis for fun, our intellectual capacity did not allow us to think farther than Fruit Roll-Up and Bill Nye the Science Guy. Who would have thought we would be more than the princesses and police officers we were convinced we would be, wearing gowns that represent more than a career, but a lifetime of opportunity. Way back when NSYNC and Britney Spears were our reason for breathing, when we passed notes in class and made fun of freshmen only because we were glad to finally be of a superior class, we did not care to look farther than high school crushes and outlandish screen names. Who would have thought a couple of years later we would replace our fitted caps with a cap of more significance? Way back when we took our first cue card picture, took down ledges in Hall Wars, sat wide-eyed through QU 101 classes, and cried to our guardians because we were homesick, or did none of the sort because we were sick at home, we did not think farther than weekend fun and Blackboard homework posts. Who would have thought we would be seated here today alongside the same building we practically lived in for 4 years? Who would have thought that the event we always perceived to be our distant future is now our present? Our graduation from our past to our present consisted of many speed bumps filled with a massive doubt. There are a plethora of things we deem impossible when relying on history to lead our future. The election of the first African-American president, the recent healthcare reform, and even the preparation for the Quinnipiac Medical School represent the unexpected events that challenge our dependence on normality. Years ago, society would have told us that these things were impossible, yet together, we have witnessed the impossible come to fruition. We too have the power to initiate the unexpected. When stepping over hurdles, it is all too difficult to keep the eye on the prize because our eye rests primarily on our struggles rather than on our triumphs. Yet here we are. Our prizes are within our grasp, on our heads, in our audience. Our prizes are within ourselves. Throughout our lives, our elders have constantly told us to reach for the stars. I would challenge that cliche and say that we do not have to reach that far because all that we need rests within. We oftentimes get led astray reaching for things that are out of reach, wishing on stars instead of on ourselves. Growth represents the steps it takes to discover our inner being and use it to the world's advantage. It represents a gradual sense of self-efficacy and recognition of our immeasurable power. Being here today means more than a cap and gown. It represents our growth from those way back wins to now. There are many things that we do not expect for our lives, but when they come, using it to our advantage will allow us to reach into our inner being and adopt new identities that exceed our known capabilities. As the door to our undergraduate career closes, we are given a key to open a new door and breathe new life. As we turn the knob to our future, hold firmly to that flame within, never relying on others to define who you are. As a member of your graduating 2010 class, I would encourage you to never deter from your inner fire, to embrace, never judge difference, and to never be fearful of the power that rests within you. Graduate, not just today, but in all the tomorrows to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Shayna. Would you please stand and remain standing after the benediction until the platform party and all graduates have recessed. Following that, you are invited to join us in greeting the new graduates at a reception under the tents. As a suggested meeting point, Arts and Sciences and Communications will gather at the tent on the left, and Business and Health Sciences, the tent on the right. But please feel free to move freely among both tents. It's now my privilege to ask Rabbi Rena Judd to please come forward and deliver the benediction.
Dear new graduates, congratulations and a hearty Mazal Tov. May the caring, knowledge, and wisdom you have hereby received forever serve as a guide and an influence in what you do and how you do it. May the commitment and dedication of your professors and mentors continue to inspire you, forever leading you towards further enlightenment. Source of all mercy, embrace these young women and men in your sheltering wings as they go forth into their lives. Guard them from harm, shelter them with health and with love, empower them with righteous integrity, inspire them to always bear witness to the humanity of their fellows. Dear graduates, may the source of all holiness bless you, forever fostering that which is within you to better, to fix, and to heal the world we share. Go forth in peace, go towards peace, create peace, and have a great life.